So then, Chris, you also have to ask the obvious question. Okay, you're down to a 1.1 something in the third hour, but wait a minute. Everyone's being released but creative?
What's going on, everybody? It's Dr. Chris Featherstone here for yet another episode of Writing with Russo. Man, what a week, ladies and gentlemen. It's just on an onslaught of very, very surprising news that came within the past week, ladies and gentlemen. We actually had a special treat for you this week. We had such a special treat for you to talk about. And then, WWE ruined it with this onslaught of releases. 6 big names, at least. I mean, 2 very big surprises.
You took the wind out of my sails. This was the bouncy show. You promised me the bouncy show. I was already with the bouncy show, and now this dropped on me at the 10th hour, bro.
Just on the 11th hour, just dropped like a newt, and it's just it was terrible. We were ready to do the gimmick. We were just ready to make it work. We were ready to do all the gimmick, and unfortunately, that had to be ruined by 6 announced releases and rumored even more to come. But 6 releases, Vince. When you found out this news, what was your initial reaction?
My initial reaction was, I've been suspecting for a long time now that the WWE is really streamlining this company to make that bottom line look. I've been suspecting this for a very long time. There are so many pieces, bro, that are starting to fall into place. And when you look at the deals they already have in place with NBC Universal, bro, the only thing they don't have is SmackDown.
Yeah.
Now, I know, bro, listen, I contacted, me, Bin Hameen, and Stevie. We contacted Fox before the show started on SmackDown, and we offered our services as consultants because we tried to explain to them, you need to know somebody that understands wrestling. So if you don't get the rating you think you're going to get, rather than have them BS you, you will have guys that will tell you this is what the problem is. And they told us, Chris, at that point, they were expecting a 3.5. Chris, they're getting half of that. They're getting half of that. So to me, expecting a 3.5, doing half of that, to me, it seems more than likely. I don't see them renewing this deal. Bro, that's the last piece NBC Universal needs. They get that last piece. Everything is now under their umbrella. What's left, bro? Finalizing the deal, transferring the $1 billion, and then we're done. Yeah. And I've been suspecting this. If you follow Nick Khan and the deals he's been making, and then he's on the board of directors, and if you're seeing all the cuts in the office, I really think, bro, they are trying to make that bottom line number look as attractive. Bro, come on, Chris, we do the show every week. They don't care about the show. They could care. Bro, we're almost down to 1 million in the third hour.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, Chris, come on, man.
What an embarrassment. That is so sad. Typically the third hour is usually the lowest hour of the 3, but it's like, I mean, you're getting 1.5 million, viewers in the third hour, and that's the hour where, from the 10 to 11th mark that you should be building up to.
Exactly. That's what we did.
You're building up to the third hour, which should be the strongest hour of the night. It's the weakest hour. So clearly it's showing that you're not building, you're actually losing viewers because of the first 2 hours is causing people to turn the channel.
Right. And so then, Chris, you also have to ask the obvious question. Okay, you're down to a 1.1 something in the third hour, but wait a minute. Everyone's being released but creative?
Right.
Bro? I would think I would see Vince McMahon holding somebody by the trousers and swinging them and throwing them out the fourth floor window with ratings like this.
Yeah.
So there are really a lot of things where it's a much bigger picture than Braun Strowman being released from the WWE to me, bro.
Yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. Speaking of releases, we'll start off with Santana Garrett. Very athletic, great look. I mean, she had a lot of potential. She actually became real popular during in TNA, where she was actually managing Sam Shaw at the time, which is now Dexter Loomis. And so she became really, really popular around that time. And she did some work in NWA too. And then she got over to NXT. Never really utilized to her potential. Again, great look, great potential. She's got some history in the business as far as popularity is concerned, but she never really had that steam, that momentum as far as how she was booked in NXT.
Yeah, bro, I think I worked with her for a while at TNA, and she always had the reputation of being a great worker. She always had that reputation. I'm going back a long time now when I was at TNA. But I think there was nothing that really stood out. Yeah. There's a lot of great workers today. You got to be more than that. Yeah. And you really have to stand out. And you know what, Chris, maybe she just doesn't have that type of personality. I mean, there are a lot of people, like that, don't make it a point of trying to be noticed. Mm-hmm. And in this business, you have to try to be noticed. For sure. So this is a very, very, very talented woman, a great worker, but she never had this larger than life persona that would make you stop and pay attention. And maybe, again, like I said, maybe that's just her personality.
And I agree with that. I think there was a lot more ability to really show and really give an opportunity to show her character when she was with Sam Shaw in TNA. I think because I remember her competing, and when she was competing, it was just like, I mean, again, good worker, right? I mean, it wasn't a lot of pizzazz there, right? It wasn't a lot of character there. That was further shown when she was a valet. So I think what would be good for Santana if she played more of the valet role and less the worker role, because I think it would give her a little bit more ability to show her character.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.